Hi, guys. I have blurred out the background so you cannot see what's happening there. I'm sure you can anyway. It's a mess, but I have been creating. I've got tons of stuff to share today. I am glad you're all here. Hi, Liz and Teresita, Avril, Suzanne, Charlotta, Leslie, Christy. All right, have you guys been creating? Are you in the spirit? I'm getting there. It has been a very busy month, but here we are. We have a couple weeks left. That, in my mind, is still plenty of time, which tells you I am a deadline crafter, right? Anybody else? Hi, Brenda. You guys all seem very squared away. Hey, Christy. I don't know. I have too many lists. Okay, Brenda's working on gift tags. Who else? Or are you like just hanging out because you're all set and you did your Christmas cards at Christmas or at Thanksgiving? Hi, Isabel. Good to see you. So anyway, I have, as I said, many piles of stuff. I have some things I want to show you. Hey, Lori. And I want to, a couple of them we did last year with blurry in back. Looks AI. Okay, probably is. It's really there though. You don't want to see it. I did work on my houses and they are coming along really well. And I found some from many years ago too. Okay, Brenda did her Christmas cards this morning. Very good. I'm still thinking about, do I need to order the picture ones or attempt? I'm probably going to do, if I do them. We'll see. Hi, Diane Mullins. Christy Sparks. Hi. Wait, is that is different than, oh no, that was Christy Sparks before. Okay, that your last name looked different. Okay, let me show you just a couple. I don't think I brought in the old one. And you know what? I decided I'm not going to take a lot of time today to show you. Hey, Sheila. But I'm just going to give you a little look, but I want to set it up on my mantle and do like a little video. So I'll just show you. This one came out really cute. Oh, wait a minute. They're not going to show up. This one, I did a piece of quilt for the roof, and it's really soft. And they're not all totally done, but they are definitely getting there. And I finally found a use for the bag of pine cones that I have. And I just added a little bit of white paint and a little bit of luster wax. And I set them next to the house and they look, you know, they're a little out of scale, but they look like trees. So I'm excited. All right, let's see. This one went a little crazy, added buttons to the roof. This is all from your guys' suggestions. All right. And that one's not done either, but it's nice and glittery. That's one we did in class. And I think this was the tiny book one. That one came out really. Yeah, I know, Brenda. I'm not sure either. I live in hope, but this one I changed a little bit because I didn't like the beads. They were too much, like the silver. I'm still not loving it, but I added a little tree and a fence, and I think it helped. I like the buttons too, and they were easy. I just took a little glue and just made a blob, stuck the button on, and they wound up fine. I was thinking I would have to use hot glue and all that. This is what I wound up. This is, you know what, I should, I don't know. This one came out cute too. Also not done. I didn't do the back because they're going to be, you know, the back is to the fireplace. So we'll see. Anyway, I thought I had more. Oh, this one is not done yet either, but it's getting there. I made a little door, like a medallion. That was from the center of one of the doily dies. It was really fun to take what I had and some like old pieces that I hadn't used, and I cut them up, and you know, it's fun. Now this is one that I did this in a class. This die is no longer available. It's a Biggs Pro. That's the 12-inch die. You have to have the the Big Shot Pro to cut it with, but this was one of my first ones. This was a whole learning experience because it was the first kind of 3D box type one that I had done, and I wish this was still available, but it's hard to find. But anyway, I might do cuts of it. Yeah, I'm not sure, Brenda, either. Hey, Laura. Hi, Eileen Field. So good to see you. So anyway, I found a couple more. One of them I did when Jess and Jason got married, and I have a church one. I'm still trying to locate them, but I think I have enough. I'm not sure that I have the right proportion of them, but I have 3 like this size, and then I have this big one. The church is big, and then the little ones, but I thought those go pretty quick, so I can just fill them in. And then I did a couple more of the trees, and I really like these that go on the knob because it weights them and they sit there. Hey, Karen. So anyway, these are coming out really cute, and I want to put these out. I got a package from Sizzix yesterday, which was so nice. It was like a cozy box of things that you would do on a snow day is how I think of it. So there was a blanket, there was a nice pretty mug. I'm not going to remember everything. There were mulling spices, there were 3 chocolate cookies. There was a thing of chocolate, a thing of Moose Munch, which is like caramel popcorn, and a blanket, a fuzzy blanket. And I just thought, perfect thing for a snow day to get a book and just curl up and read. Of course, I never do that, but I could. So anyway, I was looking through there, and it came, and this cool candle, which I may put on my mantle. I don't know. I don't want it to melt, but you should really be on one of those who makes Christmas cards during the summer. It's true. Hey, Tanya, good to see you. So anyway, what this candle was packaged in was a box, and it had fiberfill, it felt like. And so I was thinking that would be a nice thing to kind of scatter around my little houses when I set them on my mantle. So you'll see them in their natural environment. All right. Hey, Belinda Zimmer, good to see you. All right. So that's that. Now we have our projects that we're going to make. Let me just give you a little kind of peek. This one, I'm not going to show you how to do it, but I'm going to walk you through with what you need. This I love. I made these, I think, last year or the year before. The trick was finding the frames that would fit. Maybe I should turn the camera down. Let me just do that. Let's see. Okay. Because it's hard to see with that thing. Did I tell you about my new mat that I got at Ollie's? It's big. It's really pretty. On the other side, I don't know if I can turn it, but it's this pretty pattern. It's Cricut Joy, but I don't do Cricut, but still, it's pretty. And it was $10, and I think that's cute. Okay, so for this one, I used this die, which I still have in the Etsy store. And this one coordinates with it. And honestly, what I do use most out of this is that 3-inch circle, because there's so many things that you can stack up and punch. And the other thing that I use is this little ornament hanger, which I don't know if you, well, it's right here. Can you guys see that shape? You probably can't. But anyway, it's a cute little ornament hanger, and I use these a lot. This one comes with the snowflake and the wreath, and that is what I used in here. I used, I think, the crocodile small hole punch to make these little circles here, the berries. But this was such a hit. Like my daughter-in-law, we were talking to them the other day. They were putting out their Christmas stuff, and she said, "Look what I'm setting out." And so, you know, everybody just sets, and it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. These are Christmas colors, but you could make them in the summer or whatever. Or like when someone gets married, you know, their first year together, a new baby, whatever. But I just like the home, you know, and I think I think I did do a live with this, Laura. So I'll have to see if I can find it somewhere and link it. Anyway, this one I just got out myself. The trick is finding the frames. These are, where is my cool? Everything's falling down. I'm looking for my handy dandy centimeter inch ruler here. So this is 3.5 inches diameter. I really like the shape of the circle. You could use a square, and I did have to do that because I couldn't find them all in the circle. I went to several Home Goods. I think the frame was like maybe $5 or $6. So, you know, it's just thoughtful. And in fact, I have a party. My friend has, this is her 39th cookie party. Every year they have a party and they have all their friends over and we just make cookies. And so I wanted to make one of them for them because I don't think I made it to the party. Anyway, I did do a live with it. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Okay. So that is what I used for that. It's not hard at all. And if you don't find the video, I just cut out like 3 of these circle wreath pieces. And you can't see it, but it's under here. I watercolored them. I cut them out of watercolor paper, and that's also what's in the background. And I just stacked them on top of each other, glued them on, and then in the center, I wrote, you know, the whatever home. And I did write that out first so I could center it, and then, you know, that was my background. And then I just glued this on top, and I added the little berries. That's how easy. And then I used the little guideline paper underneath that always comes with the frame to make the circle of the watercolor paper. So anyway, that was easy. And I did a lot of them at one time. They took a while because I had to cut everything and all that, but it really was a fun one. Hey, Amy Powers. So that's them. Okay. Now, I also know that I did a video on this. This is the card caddy. I do have some of these still in the Etsy store. I know a lot of you probably have them. Have this one. It is so handy. It's one of my favorite ones because this is the shape of the box here, and you can cut that, and if you don't add the sides, you know, you can use it to make a book. And it has like this cute little label here, which you can use to make your, you know, a little title thing or whatever. These work great for cards. I mean, that's what it was designed for, but you can also make fun little hostess gifts. And that's what I want to do today because I actually need to make some. So that is going to be one that we make. And this is made by Teresita, and you can see she used it to add cards. These are really cute. I think they're 5x5. They can hold an A2 card, but it's 5 inches, so you can't get the width. You know, it has to go up and down, but that's okay because it's kind of nice. It's sticking out so you can see what it is. All right. You know what? Let's just let me show you a couple of the other things. This is another one, and I think I also did a live last year showing how to make these. And this is the stacking drawer, and it's so easy. This one I made out of chipboard because, you know, you're covering it with paper, so you don't really need your mat board. You're not doing any treatments on it or anything, but you could if you wanted to. Now, this one, I was at the thrift store, and I found this little bag of gems, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put little feet on it. So it stands up. It gives it a little more stability, and it's cute. You could stack them too. And these also fit in the treasure box. So here is another one, and I just used kind of coordinating paper, and I stored little things, little tiny hand. And where is my tiny hand? You know what I found for the tiny hand? Which I don't know where it is. That is a cardinal sin. Look at these little playing cards. Aren't they cute? it would be perfect size for the tiny hand. So I will show you. I wasn't sure which one, but there happened to be two teeny tiny playing card decks. Your friend just had her 13th cookie exchange. Oh, wow. Isn't it fun to go to stuff like that? You made several of the card caddies and put A2 card stock in them for quick grab. Oh, that's a good idea. Saw someone made the drawer with new arch die on top as an easel. Ooh, Karen, put that in the fan club so I can see. Yeah, these are just so easy. You cut them out of the double-sided paper. And I think I just did the strip going around. And then for this, oh, I guess I did do, yeah, I did do two sides. But I think I just cut one and then I mixed and matched, like, you know, the drawer. I just interspersed the drawers with other ones. And then this was another one. And I took this sweater. Oh, and last year I did it with this burlap, which I found at Michael's, and it was a roll, and it looks like this. I also have some of this. And if anybody buys the stacking drawer, I will give you enough to, actually, I did this on the, you know what? I wouldn't use this on the stacking drawer, but I would use it on the card caddy. But seeing this reminded me of that project, and that was just so cute. It was a poinsettia design. I don't mean to litigate both of these, but you know, they're pretty handy. So year after year, they're a good little gift. All right, so I have a bunch of these in the Etsy store. You need it and you don't have it. Okay, we went through that. I'm going to cut out a mat board because some of them I want sturdy enough, because if you did one like, where's the one that Teresita just did? The stacking, or the caddy. If you gave that to someone and the pattern was generic enough, they can leave that on their dining room table and use it for a while or re-gift it. So I like to do them out of sturdy stuff. This is the Easy Cut adhesive, which sticks that what do you call it? Burlap on the paper really well. Okay. Anyone remember decades ago, the Old Maid or Go Fish? Yes, I look for them in the stores. These are nice little accessories that I used on my house. And these are cute on an ornament. And then home, I used on one of my houses too, on somebody's advice. Thank you. This one, the library pocket. This is, oh, you can make so many things with this. Let me just show you. I forgot to bring it over. I did a bunch of these the other night because this is what I'm putting in Etsy orders. But I had this like holiday tea, and I just made a whole little tray of them. They went really fast. And I used the single-sided paper, and I just cut, I don't know if you can see, but like an extra little piece that covers the back, because when you flip it around on the back, you have your front pattern. But I didn't like the white, so I just took another piece, cut this, just this part off, and then I backed it on here, which makes it a little sturdier and also gives it some nice color and, pop. So anyway, these look so cozy and fun. So there's that. These are great to tuck in cards or just as a little extra, or you could also add in your gift card. Wait, let me see. I have one right here. Yeah. You can add that in too, or put that in the back, or whatever you want to do, or a little note, or whatever you want. It's just cute. So that's these. All right. I don't have to show you how to do it. You cut it out and you fold it up and you glue it, and that's it. But this is a good one if you don't have it. Oop, going the wrong way. This one I want to do on this light that I found at Dollar Tree, which is getting to be more, it's like more like $150 than $125. But it's still, a night light for $1. Here's my thing, and I think it's going to fit. I may have to trim it down a little, but I also found some vinyl. And I have not done a lot with vinyl, but you can cut vinyl with a die. So I thought, let's try that today. All right. We have a lot to do. And then this Thinlit is good because if you ever want to like personalize something, these are individual. So you can just put your piece of paper on here and do each letter, or you can cut the whole thing and have a whole batch, which is what I do because it's too much trouble to cut it. I just do the whole thing. And then I have extra letters to keep on hand. I often will put the paper with adhesive on the back, and then you can just peel it off and stick it on. So that's a good one to have. This is called the alphanumeric, tiled alphanumeric. And these are perforated, so you can tear them off and do it that way. I do have like 2 of these left. These are great for windows and the door. And I did use these a lot. You can also stitch this. It's called the house pocket. You can use this for a flap to make an envelope. So many things you can do with this. So this is an old one. So there, I can't get any more of them. So anyway, that is what we're going to use. Hey, Chris Collins. All right, so let's get going on this. All right. Oh, and then the other one is, because it's over here, this is a little notebook that I made, and this color is kind of startling, but it actually fits that pretty well. But what this is a gift box. However, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm not sure that I would recommend it because it is kind of, it's not that sturdy. I added a pocket on the back here so you could tuck something. But what I think that I would do instead is I would adhere the gift box to the chipboard, and that should be sturdy enough. And then to insert it, I just made like a little folder over here and stuck this in like that. This is a pocket also. So you can, you know, take this out and put a new one in. But this is the notebook die. This is such a good all-around die. And these just fit in there. These are from Dollar Tree. And you can sometimes use, you know, like a couple, you can get 2 uses out of 1 pack. I don't know if I have one here. I just couldn't hold everything on my desk. But this is a fun little project also. All right, those are fun to put in different little packages. Okay, so let's start with, let's do this one because I really like this idea and I have everything out for it. All right, look at these napkins I found. These were at Joann's before they went out of business, and they perfectly fit. So if you have an event to go to, this makes just such a great gift. And I probably need some ribbon, but I found this. Doesn't that look like hot cocoa? This is paper from, wait a minute, let me get my light on here. I just realized, kind of dark. Okay, so let's just make one of these, and you can see how fast these go together. I have my hot glue gun waiting. This is the card caddy. So we need to cut this and 2 of these. All right, so we're going to need more than 1 piece of the mat board and more than 1 piece of paper. Yeah, I can't stretch it. It just is not enough room on there. But the other alternative was to make a smaller die, and I didn't want to do that, and I know you guys can figure this out. So I'm just using my double-sided adhesive. I'm going to stick that on because we're only rolling it through once. You know, you could cut these separately. It's so annoying when I have that extra adhesive. And then I think, let me get my scraps out here because I'm going to need to do another. Well, that should work. Can you guys see okay? Maybe I should put this up a little bit. I'm just putting that all to the end. And then I need a scrap, which there's always scraps available because I need that extra piece. So This goes really fast if you're prepared, which isn't, but I have to get my good scissors down here. I'm missing them, but I took them upstairs for something. And then they never made the journey back down. I still have the stuff from my dining room table in the hallway of my stairs at the top because that had to go with Thanksgiving so we could fit people and food. All right, now think about how this is going to lay. I mean, you could do a whole different color too if you wanted to do like, red or green or something. But let's just look on the die here because this is going to go up and down. So that's going to be a little different. So we're going to orient this piece the same way. And we'll just cut the green there. These are such good scissors. I think I cut them in a thrift store. They're so nice and long. All right, let's get this on here. I also have a bunch of packaging ideas, but I may do a separate video. Now on next week, we have 2 guests coming. We have Margaret on Thursday, and Madeline is going to give us a tour of her beautiful home. She's done it before, but every year she comes up with these creative, cool ways to decorate. Her home is just so pretty. And so she's coming on Tuesday. Unless they have a snowstorm or who knows. She's in Chicago, so. But she sticks pretty close to home. I think we're good. Oh, and I also need to cut a piece to go down here. I do try and keep that pretty straight because I kind of sometimes shy away from doing these patterns that have to go pretty straight because when you cut, there's really no way to make sure. I just try to line up the edges of the mat board to the edges of the die and hope for the best. But, okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it over, put it on my die, make sure everything's covered. Got to get my long cutting pads out. I just had lunch with a friend. And I got home just an hour ago. It's like, ooh, I thought I had done more. Get ready. But I hadn't seen her a while, so we had to catch up. Okay, so just everything looks good. Hey, Sandy. You're going to have to watch on replay. You could use a few ideas. You've got plenty of ideas. And that cute little girl to help you. So adorable. So she was helping decorate the tree. Okay, so here is our... Uh-oh. Did I not go all the way through? No, I got it. Maybe I should roll back up from there. Yeah, I must have not had my cutting pad adjusted great. All right, well. So this is the body of it, and then we have one, and then we're just going to cut another of these. All right, and I'm going to lay that down there. Let me just make sure this is all right. And let's use a shorter cutting pad. Control it better. I'm going to roll over that twice. I don't think I heard that noise the last time I rolled it through. So just, there you go. Okay, this one's fine. All right. So those are the pieces that we need. This is so fun. I love this one. I like it because it's so fast. Okay, so we have our, I'm going to fold this over on the score line. Fold this over. Now see, I bent that, and you can see that's a little bit off. That's why I always put it on the edge of my table, and I didn't do it that time. All right, this one is perfect. There you go. Yeah, this paper is cute. Fan Christmas party, online party needed. Tuesday the 23rd. Oh, we're going to be at my daughter. Let's see. I don't know when we're leaving, but we are going to my daughter's in Connecticut. I am making that wonderful trip again that I just did. And everybody except my Texas son will be going to that. And I'm sad that we're missing it, but it's their first year in their new house, and they're having their Kelly's parents, so it'll be everybody but them. We're gonna miss them. Okay, I am gonna lay this now on the edge because I learned my lesson today. And I think I would leave this on my table. I think this is really cute. And then make sure you fold them all the way over. We should have an online Christmas party. What would we do at it, Karen? Just visit, say hi. I'm up for it. We're leaving, I think we're leaving on the 23rd, though. That's a Tuesday? I don't even know. Of course, we want to avoid the traffic, which we hit a ton of this past weekend or week. Well, it was weekend coming back on our trip to Maine. It was a joke. It was so crazy. I still can't believe we did that, but we did. All right, this is my hot glue gun, and I'm going to use this today. Usually I don't. I'm looking for another. I need to have that ready to go. Okay, so now we're just going to assemble our little box. Like I said, these all ought to be folded all the way over. You're breaking the fibers, and then I'm just going to glue them inside the box. I'm going to do the bottom first. Now, if you wanted to, you could. Only thing that I don't like about hot glue is you better get it right. You could peel away these if you wanted to, but this one actually works better, leaving all of this mat board on here, leaving the bulk on. Some of you can join us. Oh, well, that'll be interesting. All right. Let me see what's going on, Karen. I got to get my schedule figured out when we're going. I know it's on the calendar, but like I don't know what day it is. Date. We're going before the others, probably so we can help them get ready. They're the ones with the 4 kids. So, all right. Now this is going to be tricky because I'm running out of glue. So I'm going to have to do that. And then I'll go back and do the other side. Just make sure it all evens out. All right, I'm going to refill. Oh. All right. Okay, just squish that glue. You can cut that off or kind of pull it off with your fingers. Just try to get it right flush with the edge. And then we're going to do the same here. And that's basically it. Crazy. So easy. All right. That might have been a little extra, but I like them to stay together. We're going to do it. How is my eye? Party hat smudgies. I love it already. I'll bring my Sizzix blanket. My eye is, it's okay, but it's not, I thought it would be better by now. Like, but he said it's going to get better. It takes a couple months. And then I'm going to have a cataract. I can't wait. Because this surgery gave it a cataract somehow. So I have to get a new ophthalmologist, the one that does cataracts, which I have a friend from church, and her partner does cataract surgery. So that's that. Look at this. It's adorable. Okay. So let's just see what fits in here. Look at that. Isn't it perfect? And we have cocoa to add. And a cute little candy cane. And I think a ribbon around here would be pretty. We also have this little label piece, which I've got to sand down, but this could, I would actually probably go this way with it and say something for you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, thank you, hello, goodbye, whatever. But, you know, some of that little grass coming out of it, that would be cute. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is really fun. And these were, I think, 70% off. So just, you know, this is the like cocktail size. I think they, oh, beverage size. Okay, so this was from Joann's. These $4.99. It was probably like, I don't know. I think it was 70% off. So anyway, you can make a nice little gift out of this. Actually, I've got some of this. This might be cute. You know, so just make it festive. And I need to make a whole bunch of these. So I'm going to have a factory going here because we have a couple parties to go to. All right, so there's one. All right. So you know what I really want to try is this vinyl one. Now, this is not necessarily Christmas, but it could be a poinsettia design, I think. You know, it could be under here and then add a flower. I just want to see if it really, if it works. So let's open this up and see. I'm not sure how this nightlight works because it doesn't have a switch on it. You could even do like a sticker or rub-on on here. But I have the die, so it's like, well, let's just see. Because that's a cute little thing. That could get tucked in your gift thing. Little gift basket. I mean, it's cute. It's just a blank canvas waiting to get something put on it. All right, let's see. Let's see how this works. So this was at Ollie's for $2.49, and it is 48-inch roll. And honestly, I can't even remember the last time I did anything out of vinyl. I know I had it. Well, actually, I did something on my wall. I stuck it on the wall, and I did some stuff for my daughter's apartment. Just open it. Ay, ay, ay. But I thought this would stick really well to the kind of plastic acrylic stuff. Scottish Santa wears a kilt and Haggis pulls his sleigh. Oh boy. You know, I've been getting all these Scottish like marching things coming up in my Facebook. It knows that I'm an honorary Scot. I'm probably not, but I like to think I am because I've been there and it's a cool place. Okay, so this time is going too fast. All right, what I'm planning to do is just cut a little square here and roll it through and see if I can stick it on. But this could be anything. I think that's a 3-inch square. Something. Let's see. Not even 3-inch. Okay. Just under. So let's, wait a minute. I have to get my different cutting pads. I don't think I need the chrome one. All right, where's my other cutting pad? Need a little holder for all my cutting pads. I don't think yeah, that should be good because my adhesive's on the back, right? It seems like this should be harder, but it's pretty simple. But I think it'd be a cute little present. You can always use a night light. I have a little flower, or a little flower center. All right, let's see. Don't you mean cold people, cool people? Oh, it already came out. All right. This is fun. I see. I think I would like working with vinyl because I like the weeding. I find it very rewarding. My daughter, the one in Connecticut, she did a gymnastics meet where Nora came out first. I may have bragged about that last time. Best all around, or I forget what they called it, but she was on the top block, top stand. All right. She was so happy. Jess said in the car, she just kept saying, I can't believe it. All right. It may overhang a little, but if I look at that, isn't that cute? And the light would come through. This got popped out. I probably would leave that because I like that. All right. This is where I'll probably mess it up, but let's see. It is adhesive. So just make sure it's going where you want it to go. This does seem very fragile. See, that's I'm meant for mat board and heavy duty stuff. Holding my breath. I think that's cute. Look at that. How hard was that? Where does that one go? Oop, that's why I messed this up here. All right, be careful peeling it up. That one got turned under. Okay. Wow, that was actually easier than I thought. I mean, it's not, $1 million, but it's cute, I think. All right, I'm happy with how that came out. I probably have better skills I could do with that, but it worked. And $1.50 plus a little bit of vinyl. All right. Next thing, let's make. Oh, these are fun, but the decoupage. Oh, let me show you how the trees came out. And I think these would be a nice little ornament or a gift tag type item, or to tie on your packages or whatever. These are just a pine cone, and then I took a little bit of white paint. I don't know where it is, but I just took a foam brush, blah blah blah, and then I took some texture paste and added that. Oh, and I took glitter and I sprinkled that once I did the paint on there. So I think they're cute, and they also look like little trees to me. Little, I don't know what kind of trees, pine cone trees, but so what? They're cute. Okay. So let's do our little notebook because that is a nice fast one. And let me show you a couple other things that I did. These were made with Christmas cards, all of them. These came from also from Ollie's, and I think they were $3.99 or $4.99 a box, and they came with these little pop-out pieces. I don't know if you can see them. Aren't they cute? And so then I just made some little insert sheets. I sewed them on the sewing machine, ran them down, and then you have the little greeting at the back. So these would be cute. Even put a little pocket here and add a gift card here and add your message, and then let them use that for a little notebook. So I did a couple of these. That was with packing paper. That was that's like a drawing paper. And this one was a big, oh, I didn't sew that in yet. I was thinking that one is too much. I mean, it works, but it's a big, thick one. This is a little less. And then I took off, the good thing is you can unstick these, you can peel them off. So I took the little deer off and I just added them to the back, and then I added the little house to the front where you could put your name or, you know, Merry Christmas or whatever. Okay, so I did a couple of them just for fun because I was in one of those moods. Then I did the same idea. These were smaller cards, but I got, these were from Home Goods too, I think. And same thing. They're just little cards, and I just sewed them with paper down the middle. I ran it through my notebook die. And no, I don't think I did. I think I just trimmed the paper to fit this. And I think I also ran out of thread right around there. Or, oh no. Yeah, I did. I ran out of thread. Oops. But these are cute little notebooks, don't you think? So there they are. Ready? Oh, that is my daughter. Should have turned that off. Here's another one. And this is one that we did on a video. This is the notebook die. And so is this one. So, and that one has our little paper beads that we made. Do you have a log burner in lounge? A log burner? I don't think I do. Like the Yule log? No. I don't think I have one of these. All right, so that's these, but let's do this other one. So this is the little notebook with the little memo pad. Okay, so let's just do that real quick. And I am going to do the new version of it. I do have some other things, but I might have to continue this because I have this cute little, it's not done yet, but it's a little mitten gift card holder, and also some decoupage napkin, but I think we'll wait and do that next time. So for this one, you need the notebook die, available in the shop. I know you have this one probably. Where did I put it? No, it's not. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I put all these supplies over here. Now this one, I'll just show you what I used to make that one. This is one of those gift boxes that I am addicted to buying because they're so pretty. But you can see they're a little bit thin. Hey, Cool Cakes and Crafts with Amalia. The Christmas card notebook. Yeah, those are so easy. I'm missing your comments. Okay, so this is a piece that I trimmed off, and we can use that to make another one. Or I was thinking this would be pretty because that's more of a, did that go with that? Well, we can add the notebooks. This is kind of a cool pack because it comes with 2 different styles. Usually they come like, 5 or 6 boxes in one pack. And I mean, for all you get. And then you can also use them for wrapping your Christmas gifts. So this is a pretty design too. I don't know why this is stuck here. What the heck? Oh, it was the edge of the. So it comes with the, top and bottoms. But that one's kind of cute too. Ooh, let's do that one. I think I can just make it out of the one little one. I don't have to do a lot of trimming here. So you can see there's a lot of boxes and a lot of stuff that you can use to die cut things. You just have to think, is that going to hold up for what I want it to be? And that was one thing about this cover. Now, when I added these, it did stabilize it a little more. But, my glue gun fell over. All right, so I'm just gonna, what I do is just unstick these because I'm not gonna use them unless I need a border or something like that. I might use it. This is a small one though, so probably not. But some of the other, they're thicker, and so these you can do more with. But you guys like to buy wine glass charms? Take the cards you receive and make notepads. Oh, that is a great idea. Kind of, you'd have to keep track of that, but I mean, you have. What I do is, what I have been doing, I used to write everybody's address in my book if they moved, and now I just chop off of the envelope and stick that in my address book. Because, I don't know, we have military friends. They used to move around a lot. Now we're all pretty settled down, but the kids are moving all the time, and so why invent the wheel? Just take their nice little address label. All right, I'm going to throw those out. All right, so here we have our piece. Now, I'm going to go this way. I don't think that would fit. It might have, but I don't want to fiddle with it because I know I'll mess it up on camera. All right, so I want to back this with another little piece of chipboard, and I think this will be perfect. It'll still be a little bendy, but enough to kind of support the project. So let me find my adhesive. Let's see if I have these will work. Oh, these are not. These are pieces of. Where's my full piece? I'm just going to do that and cut it off. But, if you were doing this like assembly line, you could have all of this stuff ready and just, get it ready and boom, go through and you've got a ton of little fun gifts. All right. Border pieces could be made into skinny gift tags. They could. I have tons of this stuff. I feel good when I throw something away. It doesn't happen that much, but yeah, they could be. And actually, that was a whole other thing that I wanted to do was gift tags. So I was going to do the wrapping and gift, or the last minute gifts and wrapping, but I think I might have to do another set of this, another installment. Right, I feel like this is going to be much better. Well, that was bad, but I can't find what I did with my good scissors. I just had them probably right in front of me. I'm just trimming this down so I can see where my die is and everything, but you don't have to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to place this on here. The good thing is I can see that, you know, this is covered. That's covered. It's probably going to stick to my cutting pads because I have extra stuff hanging out here, but that is all right. Oh, actually, you know what we could use that extra stuff for is the tabs. The things to hold the books in, but all right, let's see what we got here. All right, so this is going to be our cover. Come on. Now it's got to grab a lot right there. So you might want to use your longer cutting pads and it will have more of a chance to grab, but that's okay. All right, cute. Oh, yeah. Yes, this feels a lot better, a lot more substantial. Okay. And this, really, this pattern, we can use any color of the little pads. So first, I want to cut a couple little of the, I'm taking this off now because it will stick. Everything will stick to it that you can think of if you don't get it off right away. All right, so here, where's my extra? Oh, you know what? Maybe I do have to use these. They're not very thick, though. I like a little thicker. I know that I had all there was to it. I thought I had another. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is just right. And I'm not going to double this one. I'm just going to fold it in half, and that should work fine. And I'm going to cut 2 more little tabs that can go for our pockets. This you kind of want to have straight because this is still going to show. So maybe I'll get that chopper and just trim this down because I would like them to be straight. Okay. And oh my lord, it's just attracting all kinds of junk from everywhere. I'm getting down to a smaller area. I have no room to move in a couple minutes. Let me just turn this. Oh, I should have done that sooner probably. Okay, so I want my straight piece. Well, they both look pretty straight. All right, I'm going to put that here and just lay that on there. Make sure that I have both ends covered. I'm going to run that through. And I have my little pocket tabs, whatever you want to call them. All right. And we get to put this pretty aqua paper in there. So it's not even really a Christmassy look, so that's all right. You can use that for anything. And then I'm just going to glue this. Oh man, it's 5 o'clock already. Yeah, I have a lot more to show you guys. All right, we'll just have to do another one. Maybe I'll do a bonus one. Oh, come on. My little, I could show you. There's like a little, it's thick foam, and I stuck it to the side of my shelf. So anytime my glue clogs up, I don't have to go looking for my glue. It's right there. I know where it is. And I just stick it back where it's supposed to be. And I have a couple of them in case I lose them. Okay. Oh, that needs to go down a little bit. And this is what I like about the glue. You have time to mess with it. See, that was sticking out here. So are you guys doing okay? How is your weather? We had some cold weather and then it got hot again. Not hot. It was 45 today, maybe. I don't know. I'm very bad judging that, but it wasn't cold. That's all I can say. My coat was open and it was okay. Cute. All right, and you could decorate this however you want. And I probably would do a little closure, and now we have to figure out how we want to attach this, and I'll show you what I did. Now, I think I would do a belly band this time. I just didn't think of it last time. I was like, why is this not acting like a book? Oh, it's not a book. It's going, this one is going this way. All right. Gulf Coast almost hit 60. All right. Now, this is where you're going to have your question. This is like, you can see this is bulging out. It will not fit in there. That's the thing with these. You never know how thick they're going to be. You could take some of this off if you wanted and do it that way, or you could remove the whole little section and then you would have that to use in another book. You could combine different colors. I mean, these are $1. I think they're still $1.25. What I'm thinking is I may want to add like a little pocket somewhere or something to bulk this up. Or if I add anything in here, you know, that's not bad. There is a little gap, but now because I put this here, that's why I see what I was thinking was, and I still did it wrong. I was thinking of putting a belly band up here so you could just slide that in. And we could just ignore that and say that that's decoration. And I could even, you know, cover the rest of it and just call it a day because you're not going to see it anyway. I could do that and then put a belly band on top, but I'm going to use this piece to make a belly band. So let's just do it that way. So I'm just going to trim off all these ends here. We don't need to have it too thick, but we need to get it the right depth. So I'm just going to make a mark. Actually, let's trim this down. This is not thick. And I think maybe that thick is good. And then, man, I think my sweater is just attracting all kinds of staticky things. So let me get my pencil. I don't want to put it right to the edge. I want to give it a little bit of room because this is not, well, yeah, this has to slide down there. Actually, that's going to be tight. Maybe that's why I thought that's not going to work. Well, let's give it a try. Maybe we can slide it down. Actually, no. You know what we're going to do? We are going to just kind of eyeball this, and we are going to fold over here. Then we're going to glue this down so we have more room. Actually, let's just measure it the way it's going to be. And then we're going to fold this over. And then I'm going to glue that down. Yeah, that'll work. And then you can pull it out, and it added the bulk. All right, this all ended okay. 9 degrees Celsius, 48 Fahrenheit. Okay, yeah, that's probably about what it is here. Heat wave, 24 degrees. Pretty wild Tuesday and Wednesday this week in the UK. Ooh, I wonder how Jenny Atkinson is doing. They lose power all the time on the Shetland Islands. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to stand this up here in the book and close it. Oh, that is like perfect. Look at that, guys. Yes. I love when it all works out. And that is a nice sturdy little book. And you know, it would also be cute to add like maybe on the side. You could take a piece of like flat elastic and add a pen in here, you know, and just like cut a slit here and here, thread the elastic through, and then add a little, like a nice little decorative pen or pencil that, you know, matches your pattern. Oh, I think that came out cool. Hi, Anne. It did work out great, but I was worried. You never know. Okay, so all right, we've got a couple little books. Now this one I tied up to look like a present with the ribbon. So you can do your elastic, all kinds of stuff, however you want to close it. On here, all right, and make sure that this is sticking. Seems like that's not too, I probably take a clamp and or set a book, heavy book on there. All right, and it's not decorated, but you know how to do that. I think this would be cute with some of those 49 and Market like cutouts or whatever you have on your desk. This one is a little wild, but I still like it. And I think maybe a title like Notes or Stuff or Merry Christmas or whatever you want to put. I could not find a good color to put in there. I mean, it's shocking, but there it is. Okay, so we have made, and we're late, sorry guys, we have our cute little, what would you call this, caddy? Snack caddy or cocoa caddy, that's cute. And any of these beverage napkins are going to fit just perfectly, and these little cocoa packets are good too. But you could add tea bags, you could add coffee, or like little honey sticks, or whatever you have for a nice little gift. This we didn't get to, but maybe I'll do a separate one because this is a good die, and it's great for adding little presents or doodads, or you could stack them up and do a bunch of them. I have another project that is an advent calendar that has 25 of these little boxes. So many things you can do with the stacking drawer. What else did we make? We did our little this. We didn't do this, but we talked about it. We did this. We did our books. They all kind of go nicely, don't they? Look at that. All that stuff. Okay. Well, hi, JJ Flanagan. Good to see you. Can you show the die you used? Which one is that, Teresa? Is that the notebook? I don't have that one out on my desk, but it's called the notebook. And that is a good one. The reason I like this one is because it doesn't have, well, first of all, it's self-binding. So you just die cut this and you have your cover, as you can see, like right there. There is no worrying about the right or wrong side. However you cut it, you just turn it around. If it comes out upside down and you have text or something, you know, this is an all-over design, so you can't really tell, but say I had picked out some words, and sometimes when you have to glue two spines together, it matters which one is the front, which is the back. On this one, it's one piece of paper. So when you cut it, if you cut it upside down, you turn it around. Oh, that makes sense. So this is just a really great quick die. This notebook, I love it. We have them in the Etsy shop. If you don't have one, that is a basic die that I would recommend. What else did we do? It seemed like there was something else. Oh, we could put this out. I didn't do it, but Teresita did. All right, I guess that's it. Well, that's still pretty good in an hour and something. Sorry I went too long, but oh, hey, Linda. Good to see you. Yeah, the notebook. Okay, it's called the notebook die. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. So I will see you next week, maybe sooner. Who knows? I might do some videos. I just really want to get these out there so I can like move on to the next thing, like with the houses. And I want to get the houses up there to show you how they came out because they were cute. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Those drawers could make 24 like an advent. And I missed it. Kids take turn pulling a number out of a bowl. Oh, yeah. That's true. You don't have to limit it to advent. Karen wants snow. Yes, I do too. All right, guys, I'm heading out, okay? Take care. See you soon. And again, have a good weekend. Get lots of stuff done, okay? And share it in the fan club so we can see. And we can see how motivated you are, and you'll get me motivated, okay? All right. See ya. Bye.